Hello, everyone. Lauren Fonville, integrative energy practitioner, specializing in EFT tapping for anxiety, stress, and chronic pain. So, last week I shared a little bit about my own journey with chronic pain. And this week I wanted to do a tapping session on the loneliness that those with chronic pain can feel. It can definitely feel extremely isolating, and like you're in pain so you want to stay home, but then you stay home and there's only like so much TV or reading and that sort of thing, knitting, if you maybe if you don't have arthritis, right? Like there's only so much of that you can do, where then you get bored and then you get caught up in these thoughts, and it can be, that loop can include pain and then anxiety about the pain, and then it just goes round and round. So today I thought we could do some tapping on that feeling of loneliness. Okay, so if you're new around here, it's like Simon says, just follow me. Tap where I'm tapping, focus on how you're feeling, and then repeat the words after me. I always like to remind you that it's really effective if you use your own words. So this is always just a guide, and hopefully it does resonate. But continuing the practice after the video is over and tapping with your own words is highly recommended. Even though I'm frustrated with all the pain, and frustrated with this feeling of loneliness, I love and accept myself. Dealing with this chronic pain makes me feel lonely. Even though I feel lonely, I'm acknowledging that, and I love and accept myself anyway. This feeling of loneliness. Other people don't understand. Sometimes they try to, but they don't get it. And it makes me feel all alone. It makes me feel all alone. Frustrated and alone. All of this frustration and loneliness. I've been carrying that with me. And how does that feel, to be carrying that loneliness with you? To me, it just feels so heavy. It just feels just heaviness. It feels like heaviness on my shoulders. Where do you feel that in your body? Even though this loneliness feels like a heavy weight, I love myself anyway. Even though this loneliness is isolating and frustrating and irritating, it makes me angry, I love and accept myself anyway. Dealing with this pain can be really isolating at times. And I feel all alone. Alone with my thoughts. Alone with the pain. Alone with figuring out what's next. Frustrated that there's no clear-cut answers. It's a lot. I wonder why it feels heavy. It is heavy. All of this loneliness. This heavy weight of loneliness I've been carrying. It makes me think of how I don't always share how I'm feeling, because physically, because I don't want pity, and I don't want others looking at me in a certain way, I guess. So sometimes it feels easier to just keep it to myself, but that breeds the loneliness, right? Like not feeling understood. Even though sometimes I feel misunderstood, I love and accept myself. Even though sometimes I feel misunderstood, and that hurts my feelings, I love and accept myself. Even though this chronic pain makes me feel lonely, I love and accept myself. And I know that others love me too. It makes me think that if other people that I cared about knew that I felt that way, that would make them sad. That's what comes to mind. So maybe not sharing how I'm feeling isn't helping. Keeping it to myself isn't exactly helping me. Sometimes I feel like it's how I'm protecting myself. But it's not necessarily working for me. It's feeding into that lonely feeling. Maybe there's another way. A way that I can share that feels safe and helps me feel less lonely. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but maybe there's a way. And I'm open to figuring that out. Pause there, take a nice deep breath in. What are you noticing? What are you noticing in your body? Even just tapping and saying that stuff, to me, it feels like a little bit of that weight has been lifted. It doesn't feel as heavy weighing on me. So saying it out loud is helping me. Holding this space for myself is helping me. I trust that I can figure this out and feel not so alone. I'm open to this. You guys hear my puppy barking? He's like, "You're not alone, Mom. I'm here." Take some deep breaths. Just tune into how you're feeling. Tap and breathe. Acknowledging your emotions. Maybe something else is coming up for you. Take note of that. Ask yourself some questions about that. And then take another nice deep breath in. and let it go. So while we may not have solved all the world's problems today, hopefully this helped you feel a little less alone, or hopeful about feeling less alone, and that you can figure it out. And I hope that you're finding tapping helpful for you. I'm sending all the good vibes your way. Take care.